A lot of you have asked me that without doing a full-time MBA into HR, is there any way to enter into this field? Is there any way? Yes, guys, there are a couple of ways that you can do that, but a little disclaimer here that these ways are not the fastest and the best ways. The best way is, of course, doing your MBA into HR and then entering the field with a good placement and stuff like that. But if for some reason you don't want to spend your fortune on that expensive full-time MBA, then stay tuned. Hello dear professionals, welcome to the channel. So today I'll share in total 3 ways that you can enter into HR field without doing your masters into HR. 2 of them are specific to technical graduates and the third one can be used by technical and a non-technical graduate as well. Plus, I'll be announcing the 2 winners of my 1-year celebration giveaway. You'll find the name of those winners at the end of this video. Okay, so let's get started. For technical graduates, the easiest way to get into HR is through the world of recruitment, plus being a functional consultant. And the third way is through the profile of a training coordinator. So I'll start with recruitment first and then I'll touch upon being a functional consultant and then later I'll discuss about being a training coordinator as a fresher. So let's start with recruitment first. Technical graduates, even without MBA, are preferred for recruitment role specific to technical recruitment because they understand the technology and the technical terminology well. Now, the problem is recruitment is not the typical HR profile which freshers assume it to be. No doubt, it's a part of talent acquisition which falls under the umbrella of HR, but in today's time, it's an independent industry in itself. You'll find a lot of manpower consultancies, agencies working in this industry, and I have received so many mails from students who have joined consultancies as a recruiter thinking that they want to make their career into HR, and now they're frustrated saying this is not what we assumed HR to be and this is not what we intend to be. We are so frustrated, it's so stressful, we never thought it's gonna be a target-based job in HR as well. I am telling you guys straight away that job as a recruiter in consultancy and recruitment agencies is not a job of HR. There's nothing wrong with that job, it's equally respectable, but it's just that it's not the job of typical HR that you assume to be. Now, I said recruitment is the fastest way to enter into core HR role, but you should know how. Now, when you start your career into recruitment, make sure that you pick the recruiter job profile in a company, not in a manpower consultancy or agency. There's a hell lot of difference. There are other HR functions that you will see working around you. So you will get to observe and learn from them. You will get to know what exactly happens in HR, what are other responsibilities, what are other functions. They can be L&D, HRBP functions, then your onboarding, operational functions, HR journalists. So it's a very easy way to scale up and learn. And when the right time comes, when the company has a requisition of a new person who can come and join their core HR team, then you can pitch in and say you are interested, and then you can move internally into those core HR roles or whatever your interest area is within the HR function, which cannot happen if you are working in a consultancy because every other person there is a recruiter. And once you are there in that core HR profile, you can apply for distance MBA to scale further in your career in that domain. Also, there's one very important thing. Make sure that you rehearse, you practice enough to be an expert in Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PPT and Word. The communication skills, no matter your written, your verbal, your non-verbal, your how you behave, your attitude towards approaching things, make sure no matter what kind of communication it is, you master it, because that's the key to get into core HR role. That's the key attribute. If you can get that right and project it to right people in that company, it will not take long for you to be in that profile. Okay, so now moving on to functional consultant job role. The job of a functional consultant is being a bridge between a pure technical team, like the team of developers who are developing the HR tools and softwares, and the non-technical team, which is the pure HR team. So functional consultant act as a bridge. Say for example, HR teams needs a software and development team is trying to develop it. So developers will have zero idea what will make the tool efficient for the end user as a HR, simply because they have never worked in HR. They don't know what it requires, what their requirement is. While HR on the other hand have zero intellect about how the software is built. So functional consultant is that bridge who will understand the requirements on the both side and who can then come out with the best possible solution, who can convey the need of HR to the development and development's point of view to the HR team. So you can start in that domain of being a functional consultant. Yes, there are very less opportunities for freshers in being a functional consultant in comparison to recruitment, but there are. It's not that there are not, or people don't accept freshers in the role of functional consultant. They do, but the opportunities are less in comparison to recruitment when it comes to numbers. But if you can start your career with, say, recruitment in some agency or company. After 6 months down the line or a year, if you apply for functional consultant role for HRMS tool, then you will be accepted more happily, because now you have seen the HR part of it. You are already a technical graduate, you have a degree in hand, and then you have already understood how the HR thing works. You have been an end user for quite some time, and I think that much time frame is good enough. Then you can try your hands into being a functional consultant. And this is also good for people who don't want to be into pure technical role, but also they don't want to let their technical tag go completely. They want to work somewhere in between those two extremes. So this is good for them as well. So once you are a functional consultant and slowly you have mastered any module of it, say for example you are expert at managing L&D module of that HRMS. So next time when there is an opportunity for a L&D coordinator or some role in that domain, so you can switch internally to that, and from that then you can switch to a core HR role if you are interested in. If you are happy being a consultant, that's good. If you're happy being a L&D managing person, that's also good. It's up to you. Okay, so now towards training coordinator role. The beauty about this role is anybody can join it, any graduate or postgraduate. If you are a graduate with distance MBA, you will be happily welcomed in this role, and the funda remains the same. Once you join here, you have to then find those steps to ladder up to the core HR role. And very important, as I said, for recruitment, for training as well, you have to find a job of training coordinator in a company, not a training institute, because training institutes cannot give you that exposure, that learning that you need to be into core HR, because everybody else is also a trainer there. Neither these training institutes can give you the opportunity to switch internally to those kind of job roles, because they hardly has any. You'll find only one person managing everything in those institutes, which would be labeled as HR. So that's not exactly the HR that you assume. So make sure that you pick these jobs into companies. And again guys, I'm emphasizing, don't expect your transition from these roles to the core HR role overnight. It doesn't happen that way. In some cases it can take even years to get you there, but you have to be persistent enough. When you know why you are doing a certain job, when you have a goal in mind, when you know that I am doing this recruitment job because eventually I have to ladder up to a core HR role, then doing that job will not be so painful or miserable, because you know that you're stepping towards your goal. Ultimately it's a step in your journey, so you will not feel that miserable. Okay guys, time to announce the winners of the giveaway. So the two winners are, congratulations guys to both of you for winning this, and make sure that you write back to me to claim this giveaway for further steps on my email address, which I've provided in the description box below. If you fail to write back to me by 9th December, then this will be revoked. It will not be available anymore. I guess it's a good amount of time for you to respond back to me to claim your giveaway. With that, we came to the end of this video guys. I truly enjoyed doing this session because anything to do with HR really amplifies my energy, and I want to talk forever. Okay, so I'll be closing it here. I really hope you derived some value out of it. You keep on watching more content on Corporate Diaries, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, stay safe and healthy. Take care. Bye.